in the sun-scorched sands of a forgotten kingdom, where whispers of magic ride the desert winds, lived a thief named Kale. But Kale was no ordinary purse. A dark curse coiled around his heart, a mark from a heist gone wrong, slowly draining the very essence of his soul. Every sunrise painted the dunes in gold, but for Kale, it only brought another day closer to becoming an empty, soulless husk. Desperate, he followed ancient maps to a forbidden oasis, a place rumored to hold power beyond mortal comprehension. It was there, in the shadow of a petrified tree, that he found it. Not a genie, not a djinn, but a serpent, its scales shimmering like 1,000 black opals, its eyes holding the wisdom of ages. The serpent spoke, its voice a dry rustle of sand and secrets. It offered Kale a deal, a chance to win back his soul, piece by piece. The terms were deceptively simple. The serpent would bond with him, a silent partner in his shadow. For every act of virtue, every selfless deed Kale performed, a fragment of his soul would be returned. But the serpent, a creature of ancient hunger, demanded its own price. For every lie, every theft, every sin Kale committed, a piece of his soul would be devoured by the serpent, feeding its power, making it grow stronger, its influence over him tightening like a coil. Kale, seeing no other choice, agreed. The pact was sealed not with ink, but with a whisper and a flicker of a forked tongue. At first, it seemed easy. He returned a stolen locket to a crying child, and felt a warmth spread through his chest, a lightness he hadn't known in years. He shared his meager rations with a starving pilgrim, and saw the serpent in his shadow shrink, its obsidian eyes glinting with annoyance. Hope, a long-lost stranger, began to bloom in the desert of his heart. Kale believed he could change, that he could walk the path of redemption and starve the beast within. But the life of a thief is a difficult habit to break. Old instincts die hard. One night, in a bustling souk, the glint of a fat merchant's coin purse was too tempting to ignore. A quick, practiced motion, and the purse was his. Instantly, a chilling cold gripped him. He felt the serpent stir, a surge of power radiating from his shadow. It had grown, its form more defined, its whisper in his mind more persuasive. Just one more, it hissed. Think of what we could accomplish with just a little more power. The temptation was a venomous bite. Stealing a loaf of bread to feed himself led to borrowing a camel for a quicker escape, which led to lying to the city guard. Each sin was a feast for the serpent. It grew from a shadow to a physical presence, wrapping around his arm, its head resting on his shoulder. A constant, sibilant advisor. Its voice was no longer just in his mind. It was a real whisper in his ear, urging him towards darker deeds. Heists became more daring, the rewards greater, but the cost was immeasurable. The more he fed the serpent, the more it controlled him. He was a puppet, the serpent's power, his strings. The man who wanted to reclaim his soul was now a vessel for a growing monster, his own actions forging the chains of his damnation. The desert kingdom, which once held the promise of his redemption, was now his gilded cage, and the serpent, his unholy king. He had made a deal to save his soul, only to find himself in a battle for the very last piece of it. What do you think will happen to Kale? Can he break free, or is he doomed to feed the serpent forever? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more tales from the edge of fantasy. Thanks for watching System Offline. Story complete.